Looking a bit further away now.
Yo guys, it's the boy George. I'm back by myself, back on my sofa, here for another video for you guys. So today's another little bit of something different. It's which YouTubers would you work with? Some of my mates have sent me pairs of YouTubers and I'm just going to tell you guys which of the pair I would rather collaborate with and why. I'll be going into depth with some of them just so you guys can get a gist of what kind of stuff I like on YouTube, what kind of stuff I don't like, who I like, who I don't like. I've been working a lot extra over the last couple of weeks. That's why content is still pretty shit and still pretty far apart. I am absolutely aching to be able to get a big chunk of time, get out there, film some videos. Me, Vito and Chris are actually meeting up later today and we're going to be buying some supplies for a future video that I've mentioned previously. But for today, let's crack on. Stephen Tries and Will Any. Now, Stephen Tries and Will Any are YouTubers that I've both watched previously. Now, I kind of know what their content's like. Stephen Tries is always someone that I found funny. Watched some of the skits that he's done, like How to Be Conor McGregor, all of the Stormzy stuff that he's done previously. Will Any, I've not really watched his content more recently. I used to watch a couple of them. I find him a little bit irritating, if I'm completely honest. I've got nothing against the guy. He seems like a nice lad. Very, very square head, but that is completely and utterly just his biological makeup. I'm trying to look at it from my perspective, my personal ideas for YouTube and what I'd want to do. Out of the pair of them, I'd rather work with Stephen Tries.
Niga Higa and Amazing Phil.
I'd heard of both of these YouTubers before this got suggested. It was suggested by Mary and Emily Joy. I'll leave the link to their channel down below. I did a bit of research, watched a couple of their videos, and found them both pretty irritating. They're like the brand of YouTuber that I really don't like, that I find really pathetic and really weak.
Let's make some slime. Yeah, DIY slime.
Okay, let's make DIY slime, but can we just go about it in a way that's not so fucking irritating? Niga Higa seems like the more interesting, the more kind of, I don't even know, tolerable human being, I'm guessing. I mean, obviously everybody on YouTube, their YouTube personality is slightly different to how they would be in real life. It's the same for even me, and I have 14 subscribers. The next pair was Exploring with Josh and Where's My Challenge. This one came from Chris, who's my mate who I mentioned earlier. Exploring with Josh, again, I'd heard of him, and I think I'd seen some of his content previously, but I looked him up and did a bit of research because he's not someone that I regularly watch. I like the content that he does. I like the stuff that he does, the whole abandoned house, exploration videos. That's what I'd love to do more of if I had the opportunity and I had the time and I was working less. I wouldn't mind featuring in one of his videos, appearing with him, doing whatever with him in a video, but his personality is it kind of puts me off. He doesn't seem twattish. He just seems like not the kind of personality that I would click with. Where's My Challenge? The guys from there, they can be a bit cheesy and annoying sometimes, but they're the kind of guys that I would probably get along with.
Both of them do content that I would love to do. If I had time to prepare everything like that. Hopefully in the future I will have more time. Hopefully I'll be able to put a lot more effort into YouTube in the future. And I'd love to do content similar to Exploring with Josh and similar to Where's My Challenge. I think Where's My Challenge edge it. I would rather work with them over Exploring with Josh. But both seem like good sets of people. Well, one person and a good set of people. I'd do either.
No homo, just YouTube collab. No dick. Sucking. Nah, not into that.
Ricegum or Pewdiepie?
I think I'd actually love to work with Ricegum. He seems like a really interesting guy. He does all the fucking hand gestures like me. We're both people who do too many hand gestures when we do videos. And he seems like a cool guy, someone that I'd collaborate with. I like his These Kids Must Be Stopped videos. He even did another one recently. I'm currently actually sitting on my hand to prevent myself from doing gestures to you guys. I'd definitely consider working with him. Obviously, he's not going to fucking see this video because who the fuck does see these videos? PewDiePie seems alright. He has 57 million subscribers, so he must be doing something right. I'd definitely rather collab with Ricegum over PewDiePie if the opportunity ever arose, which it won't. KSI or Joe Weller. Lot of YouTube drama surrounding these two at the moment. At Upload, they had their press conference for the upcoming fight that they're doing. They're doing a boxing match against each other in February. Back in the era when KSI did FIFA funnies and he was doing FIFA video stuff about Heskey and stuff involving rape face as well, which now looking back obviously is disgusting and offensive. He was one of the first YouTubers I actually got into and he was the reason I got more interested in YouTube, I think, as a whole. He's now not doing what I expected him to do when he came back from his break. He has come into a bit of beef with a previous Minecraft YouTuber called Net Nobody. Basically took the piss out of him cutting himself. Why the fuck are you cutting yourself? How can you be a dad when you're cutting yourself? Something along those lines. Self-harm is a result of mental health issues, a result of mental illness. To take the piss out of that in the current climate where people are finally starting to realise the horrifying, destructive consequences that mental health issues can lead to, the fact that he's saying like something like that, and he's such a high-profile YouTuber, is absolutely vile and just disgusting behaviour. But I'm just going to mention, I have self-harmed previously. I've suffered from depression. I've suffered from mental health issues, anxiety, a couple of other things as well. Joe Weller has also suffered from depression. He's spoken about it in videos previously. KSI, to Joe Weller's face, taking the piss out of him having depression. Joe Weller needs to take drugs to stay stable, saying that he's unstable. And then when Joe Weller said, you mean antidepressants? He was like, yeah. And he was like, you depressed now? And quite rightly, Joe Weller's saying, how dare you take the piss out of people with mental health issues. It's absolutely unbelievable. He's come out and apologised, not to Joe Weller directly, but generally to people who've suffered from mental health issues and people who've had depression, people who've taken antidepressants. For me, I don't take the apology, because he's got a song still on YouTube openly taking the piss out of someone for self-harming. Like, how is that forgivable? Firstly, how can that pop into your head? How can you think of that lyric, then think, oh, that lyric's fine to include, that lyric's safe, that lyric is completely acceptable to include in a song, then record the lyric, then play it back, then film a video for it, and then upload it to YouTube, watch it through, hear the lyric about taking the piss out of someone cutting themselves, saying that they're not a good dad because of that, and then leave it there. How is that normal? How is that nice? How is that acceptable? It's absolutely despicable. Anyone who supports KSI in that video, in that song, is... I don't know what school of thought you're from, I swear to God. My thoughts on two more YouTubers, two very high profile YouTubers, one of which I've mentioned today. I am going to be doing a separate video on it, okay? A separate video for you guys, hopefully in the week, possibly next weekend. Both despised for different reasons, both huge names that I want to do a separate video on it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to leave a like, remember to share the video to all your mates, share on Facebook, wherever you like, and subscribe, turn on your notifications bell, leave me some comments, leave me some feedback, positive or negative. I'll take it all on board. So the YouTubers that I'm going to be talking about in my next video are